Should we do another lunchtime swing fix? You can see from this video he's got some quite close wrist angles on the way back, so he sets the club and hands very close to his shoulder and then wants to almost push away on this downswing. He complains of hitting cut shots, losing it off to the right, and the club path definitely looks like it wants to go to the left. So the reason I'm indoors is I want you to actually practice this idea indoors. Don't want to hit the light, but it's the ceiling I want you to think about. The ceiling's going to help us get an understanding of high and low, so when we're sending the club up and then we're trying to feel like it's dropping down. So what we see from your swing is we see a set on the way back where the club wants to get up quite high quite early. So as in you want to set the angle quite early. This is very good if you want to use this angle. So to set that wrist up, you can't do it if you've got a flat lead wrist with your arm. You've got to cup it to allow these two bones to flip over, and that allows you to hinge it right up. And then you get a little bit kind of stuck short, tight on the way back. Then on the downswing you can't now let that club feel like it's going to drop down. You can't drop that centre of gravity down below the hand path very easily. So what you do now is you then start the downswing with this kind of create space, push away. I want to try and flip that round. Let's get that relationship between backswing and downswing the other way around. This will feel odd. So what I want you to do, so I've just got a lob wedge in my hand. My ceilings are relatively high. Look, I mean, I'm standing up with my hand not quite touching the ceiling by about kind of this far. So depending on how high your ceilings are, you might want to hold down the club or not. So I'm going to go top of my backswing and feel like I get the club almost scraping the top of the ceiling. This is an exaggeration. And then as I set the club into my final part of my backswing, what I'm going to do is then as I pull down, feel like the club is nowhere near the ceiling. Feel like it's actually dropping down almost behind my right shoulder to then spin out in front of the ball. Again, the easiest way to do this is actually thinking about a bit of an arm swing and what you're doing with your wrist, lead wrist in particular. So if I hold on with my left hand only and hinge hard, so I'm not only going this way, I'm also going this way. So I'm not only hinging up because I've only got a certain amount of range of movement there, I'm also hinging, cupping, extending that lead wrist, which allows me to really get the feeling of setting that club up in the air. You take all that out so that you take that backswing, try and feel like you're flattening that lead wrist and get your arms pushing up above your shoulders. You'll feel like the club is going to touch the ceiling. And in a modern house, like this is an older house, so in a modern house that would be touching the ceiling. Then on the downswing, I want you to feel like the butt end of the club almost goes out. So it starts going up, send the club down as you pull down. The opposite way for you, where you go hinge, set early, then start pushing out, and it's that pushing out that's throwing that club over. Getting your club path to go a little bit from out to in, causing those cuts. This is, when I do this with students, it is like just, it blows their head off. It completely changes path, very quick amount of time in their swings, changes angle of attacks as well, and often they're only thinking about it in kind of in to outs and out to ins, but they're very influenced by sets and unsets of wrists, so very much in your wrist angles, and also heights. Creating a lot of space on the way back will allow you then to feel like you are dropping that club down on the way down, to spin it out in front of you, and that's where we're going to see a path change. My guess, without measuring you, you're probably down at it a little bit as well. So out at it and down at it, which gives you that cut. This will change that angle of attack. You might find your driver loft might need looking at, and certainly your distances hit might start to improve as well. That's another lunchtime fix. Let me know if you like these videos, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more, these swings all come through my Instagram account, so follow me at Crossfield Mark. Also make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you want to get involved. I'm going to try and do these every weekday as much as I can in amongst and around travel. Obviously, it's lunchtime. Let me know what you're having for lunch down there as well.